Hey everybody, this is Robert Mathis from The Quest for Groove, and today I wanted to talk with you about these three pad controllers: the Native Instruments Maschine Micro Mark III, Presonus Atom, and the Novation Launchpad Pro. These three devices are basically my main recommendation for a budget finger drumming device, because each and every one of them has pretty good pads, sensitive pads, playable pads, and they're all great value for money. And that's why at this time I recommend them as a budget controller. But all of these devices are missing the same feature, and that sort of annoys the crap out of me. So let's talk about that. The Quest for Groove. So the one feature that's missing in all of these three controllers is the ability to customize the notes that the pads send out. So sometimes you can do it a little bit by changing pad banks, but if I wanted this pad specifically to be an F sharp, this pad specifically to be a D or something, there's no way I can do it. I cannot go in software and configure that. It just is not possible. And that's a little strange to me, because a lot of other devices do have this feature. For example, the big Maschine Mark III has it. You can go into controller editor software and change everything you want about every individual pad. My Akai MPD 218 has it. You can go into software and change every individual pad. And that's a budget controller. That's a $90 device, right? Even my 12-year-old Korg pad control has this option. It's just, I don't know, it seems like such an easy feature to implement, and somehow neither of these devices have it. Now, let me first say that for a lot of people this won't be a problem, because if you use the MIDI Learn function inside your drum software, you do not need to change anything in here, because you're changing it inside your drum software. For example, Addictive Drums 2, that I use a lot, has a great MIDI Learn function, and what I do to set up my kits is just go into Addictive Drums, go and look for the sound that I want to configure. So for example, the kick drum, I click the kick drum, click learn, and then I hit the pad that's supposed to hit a kick drum, and then Addictive Drums will learn, okay, this pad is assigned to this sound, and therefore I don't have to change anything inside this controller. That's why it's not a big deal for people who are using software with a great MIDI Learn function. Most software has this, but for example, Easy Drummer doesn't. Easy Drummer is like the little brother of Superior Drummer, right? And Easy Drummer doesn't have a MIDI Learn function. So if you have Easy Drummer, you spend a lot of money on a lot of kits, Easy Drummer kits, and you want to buy a new budget pad controller, right now there's nothing available that's good, because for the Akai MPD, usually the pads are not that great, and a white Korg pad control is basically not available anymore. You'd have to get that second hand, and these three are good devices, but you cannot change the value of the notes, so you can't use them with Easy Drummer. And I think that kind of sucks. It annoys the crap out of me, especially because I do not understand how it can possibly be that hard to just implement that feature in your controllers. I might obviously be wrong. There might be something very, very difficult about this feature. I have no idea. And if you're a manufacturer of one of these devices and you have something to say about this, you work for Native Instruments and you're like, Rob, please stop bitching about this, because we really tried and we spent a year researching this, but we really couldn't get it done, then let me know. But honestly, I think this should be an easy fix, and come on, dudes. So what do you think? Do you think a feature where you can change the notes of the pads would be useful to you, or are you only using MIDI Learn and you're like, it's fine if they're dropping that functionality? And maybe you have something to say about why it might be hard for manufacturers to implement this feature. I don't know. Let's have a conversation. I'll be back soon with another video. I'm actually moving to another studio and another house. I'm going to do a lot more content about that soon, including a nice video on how I'm going to build up my new studio. But yeah, that's why I'm not posting that much, but I'll be back, and yeah, in the meantime, let's talk here. Bye bye.